Namaste, welcome. Welcome to Yin practice. Our practice today will be honoring the upper body meridians to support a heart-centered practice. The shoulders are often called the wings of the heart. I invite you to come into an easy seat on your mat, Sukhasana. Have available to yourself all that you will need during the practice. I invite you to have a bolster or bolster equivalent, which could be 2 large pillows, a rolled up comforter, rolled up beach towels. Have some cushions or blocks, a couple of folded blankets. I urge you to have the heavier folded blankets. So have everything ready that you may need. We invite and welcome the use of props so that we can lift the earth towards us to provide greater stability and balance. The use of props also offers us comfort and a sense of safety. Our mantra and mudra for today is Lokaha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May my thoughts, words, and actions contribute to that happiness and freedom. And the mudra, or the hand gesture or seal, which helps to direct energy, is the Abhaya Haridya Mudra, fearless heart. So cross the wrists and wrap the little fingers around each other, wrap the ring fingers around each other, leave the middle finger and wrap the index fingers around each other. So you'll have your thumb and middle fingers available, and bring the tips of those to touch so that you create these seeing eyes. And then bring Abhaya Haridya to the heart, in front of the heart at the sternum. This is the seal of unconditional love, of all flowing compassion. Helps us to release pain or suffering, helps to invite in compassion, forgiveness. It awakens the spirit of empathy, and it allows the emotions to flow through our whole being. Closing your eyes or gazing down towards the earth, let's chant our mantra 3 times together, and then Om Shanti. Inhaling to prepare. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace within, peace without, peace all around. Dhanyavad. Releasing your Abhaya Haridya Mudra. Very gently, releasing with tender care. We're going to start our practice by some tapping of energy points. And as we tap very gently with our fingers or a gentle folded fist, so we can use our knuckles, let's connect with some affirmations, intentions of the Metta Bhavana, the loving kindness meditation to cultivate love and compassion. And so that we can open up the heart, open up the wings of the heart through the shoulders, rather than closing in and withdrawing and retreating in our search for protection. So let's hold up the left hand here. And perhaps you have the 4 fingers, or you gently folding the fingers and tap on the outer edge of the left hand. This is the karate chop. And as we tap, we will tap a few times along each point. We will silently or out loud repeat a affirmational mantra as part of the loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. Now let's go to the other hand. May I be filled with loving kindness. Now to the third eye, just at the eyebrow center. And I'll use my peace fingers here, my index and my middle finger. May I be filled with loving kindness. Now let's move to the outside of one eye. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. To the under the eye. May I be safe and protected from inner harm. Let's go to swap sides and go to the outer side of the other eye. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. Underneath the eye. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. Now to above the lips. May I be strong, healthy, and well in my body and mind. Underneath the lips on the chin, that soft space. May I be strong, healthy, and well in body and mind. And now from here, let's move to the clavicles. The collarbone. You are invited to travel up and down, perhaps just underneath the collarbone. May I be strong, healthy, and well in body and mind. Now let's come to the heart space. Tapping here gently. May I be strong and healthy and well in body and mind. Moving to one armpit and then the other. And here you can use your fingertips or a folded fist, gentle fist. This Mushti Mudra, it's called. May I be happy and live life with ease and joy in my heart. The other side, may I be happy, live life with ease and joy in my heart. And now we're going to move to the top of the crown. So I like to use both sets of hands on either side of the fontanelle. Around the top of the crown. May I be filled with loving kindness. Let's go to the wrists now, inside of the wrists. And again, gentle folded fist, and the Mushti Mudra or the fingertips. May I be filled with loving kindness. The other wrist, may I be filled with loving kindness. And then finally back to the heart. So the inner wrist and here on the sternum, the thymus, are connected with protecting the loving and gentle heart. May I be filled with loving kindness. Take a moment here. Experience this glow of well-being, of loving kindness that embraces you. Inhaling, let's connect with some coherent breathing. Bring your fingertips to the earth. Inhale to rise up. So as you rise, move the hands out, reaching above your crown. I invite you to come into Padma here, Padma Mudra, which is the little fingers connected and the thumbs connected and the middle fingers open, flowering out here. And then exhale down towards the earth. So let's start here. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the Padma and hold the breath in if it is comfortable for you. If you have a heart condition, carry on with normal breathing. Hold the breath in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Padma at the crown. Hold the breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 2, 1. Last time. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Padma above the crown. Padma, lotus flower, mudra. Holding the breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 2, 1. Release your hands. Take a full breath in through the nose. Fill the heart and then exhale through open mouth. May I be filled with loving kindness. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. And my friends, let's begin to identify the pathways of the meridian channels. The meridian pathways are channels or nadis, or rivers along which energy flows. Energy, vital life force. Energy is known as pran in Indian philosophy and chi in Chinese, traditional Chinese philosophy. And by tapping on these meridian points, along these meridian pathways, we are cultivating, activating, inviting, stimulating, releasing energies that are associated with those pathways and organs. So we're going to be working with 2 different pairs today. Because we are thinking about the shoulders as the wings of the heart, we are working with the heart and all of the pathways that are connected with the heart. The triple warmer or the triple heater and the pericardium or the heart protector are one pair. The small intestine and the heart are another pair. So let's start with the triple warmer and the pericardium. The yang aspect, or the kind of active, dynamic, more outward facing aspect is the triple warmer. That's the yang meridian. And that travels from the ring finger, outside of the ring finger, all the way along the outside of the outer arm, up towards the shoulder, then travels to the back of the shoulder, and then travels along the neck, round the back of the ear, across the cheekbone, and finishes at the outer eye. So we'll tap for that, and we'll stimulate the meridian pathway for the yang. And then the yin is the pericardium, the heart protector, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So let's start with the ring finger. So let's start tapping, and again, using your 4 fingers on that ring finger. And the triple warmer or the triple heater is known to release kindness. So tapping around the wrist, along the outer arm, around the elbow, up to the upper arm, and then across the shoulder to the back of the shoulder, up the neck, round the back of the ear, to the outside of the eye. Let's do the other side. Ring finger, outside of the ring finger, and then all the way along the arm. You can also fold in your fingers and create this mushti mudra, so that you can tap with your mushti mudra all the way up the other arm, shoulder, back of the shoulder, back of the neck, round the ear, across the cheekbone to the outer corner of the eye. That's the triple heater, the triple warmer, which maintains our equanimity, our emotional and physical temperature, helps us to be warm in our relationships, to offer kindness to the self and to others. Now let's focus on the pericardium. The pericardium is the middle finger, and we're traveling along the inside of the middle finger, along the palm, and then along the center of the inner arm, all the way through up towards the armpit, and then into the armpit, and then across the outer of the rib cage here, so sort of parallel to the nipple. That's our pericardium. The pericardium releases feelings of depression or low mood, or this sense of feeling stuck. The pericardium is the heart protector. It literally protects the heart from these emotions. It will protect the heart from fear, from anxiety. It is also known as the bodyguard. So let's start with the tapping. So so the yin, we move down the body, yang, we move up the body. So we're going to start here, parallel to the nipple, armpit, and then travel along the inside of the arm, all the way down to the wrist, center of the palm to the middle fingertip, middle finger. Let's do the other side again. Let's start parallel to the nipple, the armpit, down the center of the arm. The yin goes down, the yang travels up for the upper body. The yin is the inward looking, the reflective, introspective emotions and feelings, and the yang is the outward looking, the outward facing emotions and thoughts and feelings. So all the way to the middle finger. Now, let's switch to the small intestine and the heart. The small intestine is the yang of the pair, and it connects to vitality. So we start at outside of the little finger and travel all the way along the outside of the palm, along the outer ridge of the outside of the arm. So where you feel the bone here in the forearm, we're traveling along that bone. So the ulna, the outside of the elbow, all the way to the shoulder. And then once we get to the shoulder, we sort of zigzag here on the inside of the shoulder. Again, on the inside of the neck, and then we travel across the jaw, across the cheekbone, across the cheekbone to the inner eye, and then out to the inner part of the ear. Okay, so let's start there with that one. So outside of the little finger, again, tapping, releasing vitality. This helps to bring us clarity as well, because it's connected to the element of fire. Travel all the way along the outside of the arm, this yang pair, zigzag on the shoulder, up, across the jaw, across the cheekbone to the inner eye, and then to the inner ear. Let's go to the other side. We don't need to tap on both sides, but I am today, just so that we can kind of get familiar with the route and the pathway of the meridians. Outside of the little finger, outside of the palm, and then let's travel along the forearm, along the ulna, to the elbow, up the upper arm, and then let's tap around the shoulder, the neck, across the jaw, to the cheekbone, to the inner eye, and then out to the inner ear. And finally, my friends, let's move to the heart, the yin aspect, this inward looking. When we work with the heart, we release joy. So vitality with the small intestine. So vitality is very much how the world sees us, how the world experiences us. Joy is how we feel internally. So there's the outward and the inward aspect. So we're now starting on the inside of the little finger, along the sort of the palm, so that we're following that pathway from the finger. And so the pericardium, the heart, ran along the middle. The heart runs just to the the little finger side, along and parallel to the pericardium. So that you can see how they are closely connected here. So let's start. And then that finishes underneath the armpit, and actually carries on and finishes in the heart space. But we'll finish tapping at the armpit here. So inside of the little finger, along the wrist, and then more on the kind of the little finger side of the inner arm, all the way up. And then once we get to the shoulder here, let's open up the armpit and tap in there for a moment. And let's do the other side again, inside of the little finger, the palm, the inside edge of the inner arm to the armpit. And this heart is the king or the queen or the ruler of the kingdom of the body. And so when we don't feel safe or protected by our shoulders or by our rib cage, we can feel as if there's a breach in the walls of the heart. So let's start by our first pose. And what we'll do is we will swing our legs around, because we've been sitting in Sukhasana for a while now. We're going to come into Virasana hero pose here. Now I invite you to bring your blanket if you wish, and open out your blanket, and perhaps you fold it in where you will place your ankles, so that the inside of your ankles are supported, or you can have your ankles directly on the earth. Take your knees out wide as your blanket. So here I've created a padding with my blanket. You may do that. Or you may come directly onto your mat, your choice, my friends. So we're taking a wide-legged Virasana hero pose here. Place your hands on the earth, and if you have got a blanket here, place the inner part of the wrist on the blanket. Let's settle here for a moment in what looks like Simhasana lion's pose. We're going to tip the fingers in towards us. So your fingertips here can be resting on your blanket or directly on the earth. If it feels really tight on the inside of your wrists, as it may well do for those of us who use computers a lot, bring another folded blanket in and place the wrists on this higher blanket. So there's less extension being applied. And then check on the experience in the shoulders. What's happening in the shoulders here? Lengthen the ears away from the shoulders. Notice how this rotation brings the shoulder blades together, broadens across the heart. Here you can see we are directly stimulating the pericardium, the heart protector, and the heart. We'll take 6 nourishing breaths here, my friends. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May my thoughts, words, and actions contribute to that happiness and freedom. One more breath here, and then let's lift up here, moving very gently and slowly. And then let's rotate the wrists one way, and then the other way to release the wrists. We're going to take a reverse prayer We'll take our arms behind our back. So I'll turn around. Your option here is to bring your knees together if you wish, my friends. So let's open out our arms. And then bend the right arm behind your back and bring the left hand to take hold of the wrist, forearm, or the elbow. So you could be holding elbows, forearms, wrists, forearms, or elbows. You may also come into prayer. Namaskar here. Yogi's choice, wherever you wish to be, my friends. Slightly tuck in the chin so that you open up the back of the neck. 6 nourishing breaths here. Open out your arms, my friends, slowly moving with care. And then let's cross the right arm over the body and bring the left palm or left wrist in front of the right forearm. Crossing the heart here. Lengthen the ears away from the shoulders. Let's release and let's take the arm across the body. Swapping sides here. May I be filled with loving kindness. Releasing this hand, take a moment here. We're going to move into eagle arms. So open out wide. If you wish to come back, if this is not feeling comfortable for you, you can sit on a block or a bolster or come back into Sukhasana, my friends. Open out the arms like eagle wings. Reach out through the middle fingertips. And then let's take the left arm over the right arm. Your option here, my friends, hands on shoulders. Backs of hands together, or you can wrap your right fingertips onto the palm of your left hand. Your variation of eagle arms, eagle wings, folded in, Garudasana. And as we begin to move into our yin practice, as we begin to move a little bit deeper into our yin practice, begin to explore your subtle edges. Thinking about these degrees, there's a degree of comfort and ease and effort that maintains us in that comfort and ease. Then there's a degree of challenge. This may begin to bring greater awareness to our physical sensations in this place of challenge. And then there's a degree of discomfort, pain. Maybe really difficult for us to be in that space. So let's move back from those edges and choose the subtle edge which you wish to be in. Let's open our eagle wings, opening out wide. Perhaps you take your hands behind your back, interlace your hands to come into this yoga mudra, draw your hands towards the earth, draw your shoulder blades together, lift your gaze up towards the sky, open heart. And then let's exhale, fold forward. So your hands can be together. You can be holding straps. You can be holding your elbows. Inhale, engage your core by squeezing the navel towards the spine, engaging the mula bandha, hugging in the ribs together. Open out your arms. And this time, let's take the right elbow over the left, hands onto shoulders, backs of hands together, or left fingertips on right arm, coming into your Garudasana. And then if you have your hands connected directly with one another, lift the elbows so they're parallel to the earth, parallel to your shoulders. Eagle, perched high in a mountain, observing here in equanimity, the mountain behind, protecting. Viewing the kingdom, the land, the vista, the beautiful landscape ahead. The heart, the ruler of this landscape, by the physical or emotional landscape. Experiencing joy at seeing nature's wonders in front of you, the beauty of nature itself. 6 more nourishing breaths here in Garudasana, eagle arms. And then let's release our eagle arms by opening out the heart span, the wingspan of the shoulders. Interlace your hands, hold the wrists or elbows, draw them down towards the earth, drawing your shoulder blades together, lift your gaze up towards the sky. Inhale, Padma above the crown, this lotus flower, little fingers together, thumbs together, and then exhale, release down towards the earth. Let's swing our arms, legs out from underneath us. We're going to come towards the earth in varying stages here. So I invite you to have available your blanket so that you may pad your knees if you so wish. We're going to come into melting heart, Anahatasana. So you are invited here to use a bolster or some pillows or come directly to the earth. So if we're going to use a bolster, let's have the bolster lined up, knees underneath hips, toes untucked. Place your hands on the other side of your bolster or pillow. And then begin to lift your tailbone and melt your heart down towards your bolster. And you may come onto your forearms here. If this feels too intense, you can fold in one elbow and have the other arm extended. So your heart space is resting on your bolster. You can raise the earth as much as you wish towards your heart space. Create some space for myself. If you are coming directly to the earth, you can rest your eyebrow center on the earth or on a folded blanket or cushion. Remember, you can fold in one arm if it feels too intense. You're in that stage where you're it's a little too challenging. So you want to ease back from that subtle edge, explore your subtle edges. And once you've explored your subtle edges and you've found where you want to be, then let's soften and surrender into the stillness. Softening and surrendering where you are. So if you have one arm extended, I will let you know when it's time to extend the other arm. Engage your core so that you are knitting in the rib cage. Tailbone is lifted. Arms can be as wide as your mat or more parallel. It can be even wider than your mat. One arm extended, one arm folded. Rest your eyebrow center on the back of the folded forearm. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. Experience the release. Sense where there is release, where pran, chi is flowing. If you have one arm extended and one arm folded in Anahatasana, melting heart, fold in the extended arm and then with care, extend the opposite arm. We'll be here for another 2 minutes. While you are here, pause, reflect, bear witness. Any emotions, any feelings, any thoughts that emerge. Observe and then let them go with non-attachment. Working here with the upper body meridians. Working with the wings of the heart and the heart itself. The shoulders, the wings of the heart. Six more nourishing breaths here in Anahatasana or Ardha Anahatasana. Inhaling, lift your eyebrow center and melt back with your sit bones towards your heels so that you come into wide-legged child's pose. So create lots of space here for your abdomen. Bring the arms alongside your body, palms face up. Soften here, completely softening and surrendering. Going to move into Parivritta Balasana, child's pose with a twist. Or sometimes known as threading the needle. Inhale, lift your gaze. Bring your hands alongside your body. So big toes touching, knees wide, again padding with the mat. Let's bring the hands to underneath the heart, the right hand here first, and then draw the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the body and bring the left shoulder and left ear to a mat or to a cushion. Walk your right hand forward and come up high on your fingertips, or you can reach up towards the sky with your right hand. Melt your sit bones back towards your heel. You also have the option of bringing your fingertips high on your sacrum. So this right arm can be extended on the earth, high up on the fingertips, reaching up towards the sky, or high up, fingers high up on the sacrum. Your option, my friends. So explore your edges, those subtle edges, with awareness, with mindfulness, with compassion. So this sense of kindness being released by the triple warmer, kindness to the self. The release of depression or anxiety or vulnerability by observing what's arising with the pericardium here. So in these poses, we are in half and half places. We are half protected and half vulnerable, gradually moving into a place of vulnerability. Opening up the heart space, allowing the heart protector to do the job when it is necessary to protect the heart, but also to ensure that it doesn't close the heart. 3 more breaths here. If your hand is on your sacrum or up towards the sky, let's bring that down towards the earth. Using it as a scaffold, inhale to lift the left hand up to the sky. Exhale, flow the left hand down to the center of the mat underneath the heart space and draw the right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the body, bringing the right ear and shoulder to the mat or onto a cushion. Left hand can reach forward, coming up high in your fingertips, sit bones melting towards the heels. Left hand lifted towards the sky, all fingertips high on the sacrum. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. Three nourishing breaths here to hydrate the parts of the body, the nourishing and nurturing the emotions. Practice of yin helps to stretch out, release ligaments, tendons, the fascia, the spider-like web that covers the muscles. Almost inseparable. Gives our organs form and shape, our muscles form and shape. Let's bring the left hand to the earth if it is raised up in the sky. Inhaling, reach up with the right hand. Exhale, bring that to the earth. We're going to come directly onto our abdomens here. So we're coming prone onto the earth here. Again, create some warmth or comfort underneath yourself here. Now, here, you might experience some compression in the lower back. So take your feet wide. The closer your feet are, the more compression you'll experience in your back. Open out your elbows. Lower down. Let's use the left forearm as a pillow for our eyebrow center here, or we can use an actual pillow. And let's take out the right arm so that it's parallel, and then bend into the elbow and come up high on the fingers. And then use this right arm as a scaffold, so lifting the elbow up here. And then let's sway ever so gently in and out of that left armpit. experiencing some movement here, exploring our edges here. And then let's come to stillness here, elbow lifted here, fingertips high, armpit open. We'll take 6 nourishing breaths here. And then let's release the arm alongside the body, remove the left hand from underneath our heart, bring our right ear to the mat. Here again, you can come use a cushion or a folded blanket so that you're not directly resting on the earth. Both arms alongside you, palms face up. Soften and surrender into the shoulders here. Now, my friend, let's bend into the right arm and bring the right arm as a rest or a pillow for our forearm. And take the left arm out parallel. Then bend into the elbow and come up high in your fingertips so that you create a scaffold here. We're going to move in and out of the left armpit here. This also works as a very good forehead massage as we roll backwards and forwards. And then let's come into stillness and take 6 nourishing breaths here into the armpit. When you finish your round of breaths here, release the arms alongside your body, palms face up, left ear to the mat or your cushion or blanket. May I be strong, healthy, and well in body and mind. May I be strong, healthy, and well in body and mind. May I be strong, healthy, and well in body and mind. From here, my friends, we're going to move into what is called angel wings. So here, I'm going to invite you to be very gentle in the exploration of your subtle edges. So you're prone here. Let's take the right arm out so that it's parallel to the earth. And then begin to roll onto our right hip. The right arm out. Bend into your knees here so that you are on your right hip. And the right leg is connected directly with the earth and your knees are bent here. With your left hand, let's create this scaffold where we bend into the elbow and we can come up onto our fingertips or we can keep our palm down. So your right arm is reaching out, coming onto your right ear. Now here you might want to have a cushion available so you can rest your right ear on a cushion. The right arm is out behind you. Your knees are bent. So we often do this at the wall. See how this feels. You can roll off your right hip to ease the tension and intensity, or you can roll a little bit more onto your right hip to increase the sensation. Yogi's choice, my friends. So I'm going to turn around so you can see what it might look like if I was doing it the other way around. Explore your edges here. You can also bend into that extended arm. If you feel comfortable here, you can extend your legs long. And as you walk your scaffold in towards your body, you come more onto your hip. You can also bend into your right foot and place it behind, bend into your left foot and place it behind you. So this is a strong experience in the shoulder. This is known as angel wings. Explore your subtle edges here, rolling on and off your right hip to change the experience of challenge or intense sensation. Remember your levels of experience as you explore your subtle edges. You want to be able to surrender and soften into stillness, so come into the variation in which you are able to pause and reflect. Keep an eye on the intensity of the experience. Move where your body is sending you some clear signals. If this is not inviting joy or a release, then reflect. Is this the right shape for me in this moment? Is this the asana that my body needs or my emotions need or want or are benefiting from? May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be happy and live life with ease and joy in my heart. We're not going to be here for very long. Another couple of breaths, my friends. Whichever variation you're in, let's bend into both of our legs and then begin to roll from our right hip back onto our abdomen. Keep that right arm extended for a moment. And then bend into the elbow. So your right palm is connected with the earth. Turn onto your left ear. Take a moment here before we go anywhere else. Now, my friends, we're going to cross the heart before we move on to the other side here. Your option here, you can place something underneath your heart space, a bolster or a large pillow. And we're going to cross our arms at the elbows. And this is why you want to kind of see what you have available. I'm going to place my bolster here so that I can rest my eyebrow center on my bolster. I'm placing a couple of cushions underneath my heart so that I have space to cross my arms. So there's a gap here. You can see that there's about 10 centimeter gap, which will enable me to cross my arms. So your gap might need to be bigger or smaller. And then slide your arms underneath you. So I have my left arm in front, right arm is closer to my heart, left arm in front. And then slide your hands away. So if you have something high up to rest your head in, and then you have something supporting you underneath your rib cage, then you have the support here for the heaviest parts of your body. This is cross your heart pose, asana. May I be happy, my life full of ease and joy. Three more nourishing breaths here. And then let's release the elbows. Roll away your bolster or pillow. We're going to move into angel wings on the other side now. So let's take our left arm out, away from our body. I'll turn the other way so you can see my movement. Left arm out. And then begin to roll onto your left hip. Bend into your knees at this first stage here. And then when you are happy here, remember to scaffold with the right hand. The right arm is your scaffold. If you feel happy here, you can extend your arms long, your legs long rather, my friends. You can bend into your top leg and place the foot on the earth. And remember, this movement of rolling on the hip will change the experience. Six nourishing breaths here in angel wing. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Silently, softly chanting the mantra. When you're ready, my friends, after having explored your subtle edge, taken a moment to soften and surrender there. Let's move with tender care. So if your legs are extended, bend into your knees and begin to roll onto your left hip. Rolling onto your abdomen, moving slowly. Keep that left arm out for the moment. And then when you're ready, we're going to cross our arms. So again, reach for your props that you need to place either underneath your heart if you wish to, and for your head. Take the left arm underneath, so it's closest to your heart now, right arm on the outside, and reach across the body with the hands. You can rest your head on a cushion or a pillow. You can tuck your chin in. You won't be here for long and cross your heart arms. We're coming to the close of our practice. So enjoy this. Three more nourishing breaths. And then moving with tender care, let's release. From here, let's roll over onto our backs. Now, my friends, we're going to roll up a blanket or take our bolster cushions, and we're going to place them at the back, just at so where the shoulder blades start, just underneath there, the broadest part here where the rib cage is, and then you can feel the shoulder blades. So we want to place our folded, rolled up blanket or our bolster so that we can open up the heart space. So lower carefully here, adjust the blanket or the bolster, and then lower your head to the earth. This is a big opening here. Bend into your knees here. So your options here are bolster or pillow. You can also place a cushion underneath your head if it's there's too much space between you and the earth. And then let's open out our arms out to the side, or you can bend into your elbows, tucking in your chin slightly here. With your legs, you can have your knees together, or you can have your feet flat on the earth, or you can come into Baddha Konasana, butterfly legs, by bringing the soles of the feet together. So explore your subtle edges. If you use props and then you find that there's too much height with your props, you can remove the props, come closer to the earth. If you wish, if this is all too hot, this heart opening is too intense, you can remove the rolled up blanket from the back of the heart space and come directly on the earth. Remember, your legs can be in different positions. Feet flat on the earth, knees resting together with feet as wide as the mat. You can have the Konasana. You can even place support underneath your knees in Baddha Konasana. This is our final pose before Shavasana. You wish to reach your arms overhead, you can reach overhead, place them on the earth, or place them on props. Place the back of your hands on props also. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May I be strong, healthy, and well in body and mind. May I be happy and live life with ease and joy in my heart. Six more nourishing breaths here, my friends. And now from here, let's release with tender care. Roll very gently to one side. Perhaps you roll the bolster or pillow slightly higher up so it's underneath your armpit so that you can slide it away completely. And we're going to come into our Shavasana here. So your Shavasana, my friends, can be with a soft small pillow or cushion. You can rest your feet and the ankles on a bolster. You can place a bolster underneath your knees. And here your hands can be resting on your abdomen or alongside your body, palms face up. Allow your spine to realign here, covering your blanket. And my friends, before you close your eyes, covering yourself with a blanket or an eye pillow. Set your timer, insight timer, for 5, 10, or 15 minutes, so that your Shavasana is long, nourishing, nurturing. And whenever you are ready to arise from your Shavasana, moving with care, rolling onto the left side, moving with tenderness, and closing your practice by chanting Lokaha, Samastaha, Sukhino, Bhavantu 3 times, and then Om Shanti. And then moving slowly and mindfully through the rest of your day. I offer you agency, autonomy, sovereignty. The heart is the ruler of your body, your landscape. Setting your time. Dhanyavad, my friends. Lokaha, Samastaha, Sukhino, Bhavantu. Lokaha, Samastaha, Sukhino, Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.